Hi guys, I think I'm live now. If you can see me and if you can hear me, please message in the chat. Nitin Singh is saying, thank you so much, Kraku team. You're welcome, Nitin. I really like doing these kind of streams, and even Sally likes to do these kind of streams. So we plan to do these streams very regularly. We'll be having one stream every Wednesday. This will mostly be on quant, and there will be one stream on Saturday. This will alternate between LRDI and verbal. The stream for Wednesday will be at 7:45, and the stream for Saturday will be either at 7:45 or at 9:30 p.m. If you have a preference for either of the times, please again message in the chat so that we'll try to adjust it according to your preferences. Paritosh Nair is saying hello sir. Hi Paritosh. Sardak Agarwal is saying hi sir. Good evening. Hi Sardak. Akshay is saying hi. Hi Akshay. We have close to 43 people who are watching the stream live. Guys, please do like the stream. Before the stream ends, I want to get at least 200 likes because we are putting a lot of effort, and getting more likes will motivate my entire team. Also, we will be having questions today. I think these are very good questions, and this is a very important topic. So if you want to take part in the quiz, please go to kraku.in/live. The quiz will start at exactly 8 p.m. and there are 8 questions today. All the questions today are in the medium level difficulty range. I think there are 1 or 2 easy questions at the start, but after that they are medium level questions. The questions are not very difficult, but they involve some nice tricks. So I hope to teach you even a few interesting tricks which will be useful for you in the examination. The link to take the test is kraku.in/live. The test is not live yet. It will be live at 8 p.m. Before the test starts, let us look at a few important formulas with respect to triangles and quadrilaterals. Pandikumar Vasa is saying, amazing session sir, please do a stream on number systems. We have already done a few streams on number systems. You can check our YouTube channel, you will be able to find our earlier streams on number systems. But yeah, I'll probably do a few more streams on it. Aritro Sinha is saying, thank you Maruti sir, it's really helpful for us. Thanks a lot Aritro. Whenever somebody tells me that our efforts are helping them, it makes me quite satisfied. It makes me do these kind of streams more often. Ambuj Dubey is saying, hello sir, your free YouTube lectures helped me a lot to excel in CAT preparation. Thank you so much. On that topic, there are a few YouTube streams that we have, a few YouTube videos that we made, which I think you should definitely check them out if you haven't checked them out yet. There is one stream on complete quant revision. There are 2 parts to it, part 1 and part 2. Both of them are very useful, and I think they have been watched by close to 5 lakh people. So do check them out. They are there on our YouTube channel only. Similarly, there are 2 streams, there are 2 videos, one on complete verbal revision and one complete LRDI revision. If anybody who has just started preparing for CAT, I think these are 4 very important videos that I think you should definitely check them out. I think that is how you should actually start your preparation for CAT, so that you get an overall sense of what are all the topics that are involved. In addition to that, we also have a few important videos on our YouTube channel. There are 2 videos on top 100 quant questions for CAT. You should check them out also. These are very important questions and very interesting questions. All of them have detailed solutions. Pandindra 98 is saying, sir, I am feeling very low in DLR, not able to solve even one set, very demotivated sir, what to do? I think confidence is something that you build over a period of time. You won't build it in a day or two, but the way to build it or the way to approach it is, in my opinion, just don't worry about time. Look at, take a mock. Even if you're not able to answer any question, you will be able to figure out what are the easy sets. For example, if you take a free mock on Kraku or a paid mock on Kraku, at the end of the mock, we tell you what are the easy questions and what are the difficult questions. So pick the easy set and try to solve it after the mock is over. Take as much time as you want, just try to answer it. And I'm sure at least in Kraku mocks, and which will be the same even in actual CAT, given a lot of time, you will definitely be able to answer at least 1 or 2 sets. You shouldn't worry that you shouldn't be stressed out that this is an examination or this is a mock. So if you take a lot of time, you will definitely be able to get a few sets correct. That is how you build your confidence. Once you solve a few sets on your own, you know that, okay, given enough time, I'm able to solve these kind of questions. That confidence will help you when you are attempting similar questions in a mock. Ambuj Dubey is saying, I have already watched every video of your channel. Thank you, Ambuj. I hope you have liked our videos also whenever you have watched them. So let us try to go through some of the simple concepts of geometry. So let us assume that there is a triangle, and let us assume that the vertices of the triangle are A, B and C. If a triangle has A, B and C, and let us assume that the angles are capital A, capital B and capital C, and let us assume that the length of the side opposite A is small a, length of the side opposite B is small b, and length of the side opposite C is small c. Then A by sin A is equal to B by sin B is equal to C by sin C. This is going to equal 2 times the circumradius of the triangle ABC. Similarly, if you are looking at a right angle triangle, because we have talked about circumradius, I want to even include a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, one of the angle is 90 degrees. And let us assume that the two sides which are not the hypotenuse, their lengths are say A and B, and the length of the hypotenuse is say equal to C. We know from Pythagoras theorem that A square plus B square will equal C square. This is true in a right angle triangle. And the circumradius of a right angle triangle will be equal to C by 2. That is, it is half the length of the hypotenuse. And the in radius of a right angle triangle is equal to A plus B minus C divided by 2. These are useful formulas. You can probably derive these formulas in the examination also, but it will take a lot of time. So if you remember these kind of formulas, which are not very difficult, they will definitely help you in the examination. There is one more formula which again I use quite a lot, especially true in case of a triangle. Let us assume that, okay, let us assume that this is the angle bisector of say angle A. Then, and let us assume that this point over here is say D. Then the ratio of BD is to CD is exactly the same as the ratio of AB is to AC. Just to explain it again, if you have a triangle ABC and say you are drawing the angle bisector of angle A. This is A, this is B and this is C, and say this is D. AD is the angle bisector of angle A, and then it would imply that AB divided by AC, which is essentially the ratio of the two sides which are forming the angle A, is equal to BD divided by DC. This is an important formula which I have used sometimes when I am attempting CAT level questions, so I thought this is something that you should know. Okay guys, we have close to 100 people who are watching the stream live. Please do like the stream. If you have any questions, let me know. Sir, being good at other topics, leaving algebra would be a good choice. And don't leave algebra. Algebra, in my opinion, is an important topic. algebra, arithmetic and geometry. These are three important topics which I don't think you should leave, because you'll get a lot of questions from them, and definitely there will be at least some questions which are easy. So leaving them is something that I would not suggest. In general, I would suggest don't leave any topic completely. You can have topics where you are weak at, you can have topics which you are strong at, but completely ignoring one topic I think is a very bad strategy, because especially in quant, where the examination is getting easier and easier by the year, there will definitely be some sitters. So a sitter or a very simple question can come from a topic which you have ignored. So leaving it completely is bad strategy. Midhilesh Trivedi is saying, hi sir, the way you explain, one can get the maximum out of the question. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, Midhilesh, for the kind words. In general, whenever I'm trying to explain any question, I try to go through it in a conceptual level. I try not to give any shortcuts, because imitating or executing shortcuts in the examination is not very easy. You might make mistakes, the same question might not come there. But if you understand the concepts well, then you will definitely be able to get the question correct in the examination. That is what I try to do. Vijay Chitlangia is saying, Kraku mock solutions are excellent and well explained too. Benefiting a lot from Kraku mocks. Thanks a lot, Vijay. A lot of students take our mocks, and if somebody has not started taking mocks, this is something that I would really recommend them to do. We have just around 75 days left, maybe in fact slightly less than 75 days. From now on till the examination, you should definitely take at least one mock every week. This is the bare minimum. Don't wait for finishing the portion before starting the mocks. Taking more mocks definitely helps you in the examination. Even if you don't perform well in mocks, you will at least learn from your mistakes. You might get tired in the middle. You might have attempted a wrong question, or you might know that you are probably getting stuck in a DLR set, but you would continue to work on it for your ego reasons. Whatever it is, making these kind of mistakes in a mock is much better than making a similar mistake in the actual examination. And you will only learn when you take a lot of mocks. So from now on, please do take at least one mock every week. Kraku is giving 3 free mocks per CAT. All of them are in the latest pattern, and all of them have video solutions. Definitely take at least one free mock, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, so that you at least know where you stand. What are the things that you are lacking? What are the things that you are doing well? Priyanshi Agarwal is saying, how was your experience on the first day at the Red Building? It's an interesting experience actually. The first day I felt very overwhelmed, which was actually something that I didn't expect, because I did my undergraduation also from a very good institute. So when I actually got admitted into IIMA, I was very happy, but I was not overwhelmed. But on the first day when I went there, and after all the orientation and all was done, and when I was walking on the garden, it has a very beautiful garden, and there is that library which is just in front of you. Then suddenly I felt quite overwhelmed. I felt that there were a lot of great people who are alums of the same institute, and you can see their photos when you are walking across the library. And suddenly you feel, okay, I've seen all these guys in on the TV, I've seen them in newspapers, and all of these guys were also in a similar position as I was. So the first day in the evening when I was taking a walk alone, suddenly I felt very overwhelmed. So yeah, you will also, if you do well, you will also feel the same way. Okay guys, the test is going to start very soon. Please go to kraku.in/live. The test will start in exactly another 1 minute. It is 7:59 p.m. The test will start at exactly 8 p.m. Soumya Jain is saying, sir, I am not scoring well in mock. Is it advisable to take mocks irrespective of low score and analyze them completely? I would definitely recommend you to take mocks even if you are not performing very well. I'm not asking you to take one mock every day. I'm asking you to take one mock every week. That is, I think, the bare minimum. Because you will be able to take only, if at that interval, you will be able to take maybe around say 10 mocks from now till the examination. That I think is the bare minimum. Ideally, you should try to take more mocks. In general, people I have talked to who have done very well, people who have scored about 98 percentile, when you ask them on an average how many mocks did you take, most of the guys will tell you they have taken at least 30 mocks in the last 6 months. and they start taking a lot of mocks from October. So don't delay taking your mocks. Take your first mock as soon as possible. Okay guys, the test is going to start now. The first question will be on your screen. I don't know whether you're able to see the question or not. Kastrum is saying how many mocks is Kraku going to release? Kraku is providing 15 mocks and 45 sectionals. All the mocks are in the latest pattern and they have video solutions. And the 45 sectionals are 15 into 3. That is 15 sectionals for each of the 3 sections. Some people are saying that they are not able to see the question. Let me try to refresh it and then we'll see if it will work. Okay, I think the question is now visible. Please try to answer it. So sorry. I think there was some issue with this question, but I hope you are able to answer it. Yeah, I think after refreshing it worked. So I'll give all the guys a few more seconds to try to attempt it because there was some technical issue. If you are not able to see, then please refresh your browser. Now it is visible to me, so I'm assuming it should be visible to all of you. Pandindra is saying, sir, could you tell us the important topics of DILR? I'll tell you the low hanging fruits. I'll tell you the topics where if a question comes, you should definitely attempt in DILR. In general, solve arrangements because sometimes the questions in arrangements can be quite easy. Especially if you have practiced a few, you will definitely get an understanding of how to approach arrangements, how to draw the table, what should be the first column, what should be the second column, and you yourself will feel confident because arrangements in general are quite similar to each other. The second thing which is very, very important is Venn diagrams. Venn diagrams, because last year, for example, there was a 4-parameter Venn diagram that has come in the examination. Many people didn't know how to draw the Venn diagram, which involves 4 parameters, and many people left it, but it is a very simple question. So these two I think are definitely the topics that you should be quite comfortable with, because there is a good chance there is definitely going to be one arrangements question which is going to come, most likely, and if you are lucky there will even be a Venn diagrams question. Last year, for example, I think in all the 3 slots there was one Venn diagrams question. So these I think are the topics that you should start off with. There are some other topics which you can pick up, something like say scheduling, some permutations, combinations, which will basically ask you that okay, there is a key and what are the number of ways in which the key can be opened, how many tries should somebody do. So those kind of things are also possible. But if you are somebody who has just started preparing and is worried about LRDI, definitely understand these two quite well and practice as many as you can from these 2 topics, because then you at least know that okay, if a question comes from these 2 topics, I'll definitely get it correct. Okay, let us try to answer this question. 25 people have gotten this correct and 18 people have gotten this wrong. Let us try to answer it now. In this question, we are told that FE is equal to ED and FD is equal to CD. Let us assume that the length of FE is equal to small a. Therefore, the length of ED is also equal to small a. Therefore, the length of FD will be equal to 2a and the length of CD will also equal 2a. Therefore, the length of FC, this whole length is equal to 4a. Let us assume that the length of AF is equal to B. What we are told is that the area of triangle AED is equal to 6 centimeters. If you are looking at triangle AED, this triangle, what is the base of the triangle? The base of the triangle is A. And what is the height of the triangle? The height of the triangle is the distance of A from the line ED. That is equal to B. Because if you draw a perpendicular from A to the extended line ED, the length will be equal to B. Or if you are looking to calculate the area of triangle AED, that is equal to half into base is A into height is B. This is equal to 6. Or the product of A into B is equal to 12 centimeter square. What we are asked to calculate is the area of triangle ABC. So let us join A to C. For ABC, what is the base? The base is AB, which is equal to 4A, and the height is BC, which is equal to B. So the area of triangle ABC will be half into base is 4A into height is B, or this is equal to 2AB. We know that AB is equal to 12 centimeter square. So 2AB will be equal to 24 centimeter square. So the required answer is 24 centimeter square. Let us look at the next question. Harshad KC is saying none in slot 2. Yeah, that is probably true. I think in slot 1 and slot 3, there was a very simple 4 parameter Venn diagrams question. Slot 2 LRD, I think, was very, very difficult last year. So there was no easy set. Pramesh is saying, I have finished my 12th this year. Can I ask you my question, sir? You can always ask a question, Pramesh. I am here to try to answer the questions. Roshan Kirenge, how many marks one should keep for November? In November, I think because the exam is towards the end of November and because mocks are only 2 hours long, there is a big difference between a 2-hour mock and a 3-hour mock. 2-hour mock you can recover quite easily. Within a day or two you can recover and you can take another mock. A 3-hour mock, because it involves a lot more effort, for you to recover from the mock, it will take you more time, both mentally as well as psychologically. If you are essentially looking at a mock as something that you have to do, you can't take 3-hour mocks after 2 days because at least you can't give your best. But a 2-hour mock, on the other hand, you can definitely take after a gap of say 2-3 days. So in November, if you are somebody who is seriously preparing for CAT, I would recommend you take 1 mock every 3 or 4 days. So try to keep at least 7-8 mocks for November. But I am assuming you haven't just bought Kraku. Kraku mocks are very, very good. Many people have told us that they are finding them very useful, especially the video solutions. But if you have bought some other mocks in addition to Kraku, try to attempt all the mocks, as many as you can, and keep around 7 to 8 mocks for November. But don't keep a lot of mocks for November. Try to attempt them now. Okay guys, we have 124 people who are watching this stream live. Please do like this stream. Every like means a lot to us. It means that whatever effort we are putting is benefiting you. And it helps me motivate my employees also, because this stream is not just being done by me. There are many people who are actually working on this stream. So if I tell them that, okay, see guys, we have put in a lot of effort and say 150 people or 200 people have liked the stream. So the stream has directly helped 200 people. It is much easier for me to motivate them to work towards these streams. So guys, please do like the stream. Okay, let us try to answer this question. This is a tricky question. There are 2 different ways in which you can approach this question. One way to approach this question is by assuming that the length of the third side is say x, and then calculating the semi-perimeter and applying the formula for the area of a triangle and then solving it. But that, in my opinion, is a lengthy way. You will probably get a quadratic equation in the power of x square. You have to solve it to find out the value of x. But another way to solve it is by drawing a perpendicular. So let us try to get started. Let us assume that this is the triangle ABC. So this is A, this is B, this is C, and So the length of the longest side is 58 centimeters. Let us assume that BC is equal to 58 centimeters and the area of the triangle is say 348 square centimeters and the length of one of the other sides is 20 centimeters. Let us assume that this is 20 centimeters. Find out the length of the third side. That is, what is the length of AB? Let us assume that that is equal to x. As we have discussed earlier, when you have the lengths of the three sides, you can calculate the semi-perimeter S, which will be equal to 58 plus 20 plus x by 2. So that is 78 plus x by 2. You can equate the formula for the area of a triangle when you are given the three sides. That is square root of s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c is equal to area, and then you can solve for x. But that is a lengthy way of approaching this question. Instead, if you draw a perpendicular from A to BC, let this be equal to h. We know that area of triangle ABC will be half into base into height. So half into 58 into h is equal to 348. 58 divided by 2 is 29. 348 divided by 29 is 12. So the value of h, which is the height, is 12 centimeters. So this is equal to 12 centimeters. Using this, we can calculate the length of, if you are assuming that this point is D, we can calculate the length of DC. Because triangle ADC is a right angle triangle and the hypotenuse is 20 centimeters, one of the sides is 12. So we can calculate the length of the other side as square root of 20 square minus 12 square, which is equal to square root of 400 minus 144, which is equal to 16 centimeters. So this is equal to 16 centimeters. So now we know the length of BD. That will be equal to 58 minus 16. So this is equal to 42 centimeters. Now triangle ABD is also a right angle triangle, in which case the two non-hypotenuse centimeters. So the length of x can be calculated as square root of 12 square plus 42 square. 12 is a multiple of 6, 42 is a multiple of 6. So we can take 6 out of the square root. So this will be equal to 6 into square root of 2 square plus 7 square. 2 square is 4, 7 square is 49. So this is equal to 6 into square root of 53. That is the length of the third side. So that will be option C. Let us look at the next question. Pramesh is saying, I'm going to take B Farm. Will it be a drawback for CAT? That won't be a drawback. In fact, that might be beneficial for you because many of the engineering students don't get marks for academic diversity. Somebody who is not an engineer actually gets some marks for the shortlisting of certain IIMs. So don't worry about CAT. If you are trying to do B Pharmacy, do it for the right reasons. You shouldn't choose your undergraduate course because you want to do an MBA later. Choose a course which you like and ensure that you perform well there. You work hard, you get a good grade point average, and later on you can think of CAT and MBA. But B Pharmacy will not affect your chances of getting into a good MBA institute. Mr. Sharma is saying, how much should we cover coordinate geometry and trigonometry? Coordinate geometry, the formulas are important. Formulas like centroid of a triangle, distance between two sides, what is the shortest length between a point and a straight line. These are useful ways in which you can answer questions. In general, in CAT examination, you can mostly answer all the questions without knowing coordinate geometry. But if you know coordinate geometry, some of the questions become easier for you to answer. Trigonometry also is similar. Trigonometry also, I don't think you definitely need it. But if you know trigonometry, it will help you in answering questions faster. Sardak Agarwal is saying, can we use Heron's formula? Yeah, that's what I was telling you. When you are using that formula, the solution becomes very lengthy and it will become time consuming, and there is also a chance that you will make some silly mistake because it will involve a lot of calculations which involves quadratic equations. So try not to use it, especially in CAT, unless you are really pushed against the wall. Pulkit Takyar is saying, in DALR it takes too much time to solve. How to increase speed? Should I practice it topic by topic or by sectionals of Kraku? I would suggest go through the DALR sets in our study room. They are quite good. After that, solve some DILRs from daily targets. And definitely start taking the LRDI sectionals of Kraku. They are very highly rated and many students take these LRDI sectionals. If you have time, again I would recommend you to take our Kraku mocks also, because Kraku mocks have video solutions. And I personally give the video solutions for all the quant as well as LRDI questions. So in my opinion, it is going to help you a lot. So try to take the Kraku mocks and sectionals and some daily targets also. Okay, let us try to answer this question. 16 people got this correct and 21 people got this wrong. In this question, we are told that there is an isosceles trapezium which is circumscribed about a circle. So there is a circle like this, and around this circle we have an isosceles trapezium. So let us assume that this is one side and this is the other side. They are parallel to each other. So let us assume that this is how the isosceles trapezium is actually looking like. Ignore the extensions, because we are trying to draw it, we are going to get some extensions. We will try to erase them so that there is no confusion. This is how the trapezium is looking like. Let us call them A, B, C, D, and the points of intersection as E, F, G and H. We are told that one of the parallel sides is thrice the other. So let us assume that AB is the smaller parallel side, it is equal to A. So the length of CD is equal to 3A. What is the area of the trapezium if its perimeter is 8 centimeters? So once we are given the perimeter, the important thing to identify over here is that we need to calculate the length of AD, which will equal the length of BC. Once we calculate that, we can equate the perimeter to be equal to 8 and find out the value of A, and then we can calculate the area of the trapezium. But how are you going to calculate the lengths of AD and BC? The first thing to note is AE will be equal to A by 2, which will equal BE, which is also equal to A by 2. Because this is an isosceles trapezium, by symmetry, E will be the midpoint of AB. Similarly, G will be the midpoint of CD. So this is going to equal 3A by 2 and this is going to equal 3A by 2. Now from point A, we have drawn two tangents to the circle. One of them is AE and the other is AH. In any circle, if you are drawing two tangents from the same point, let us assume that this is one tangent and say this is another tangent. The lengths of both the tangents will be the same. Therefore, the length of AH will also be equal to A by 2. Similarly, the length of BF will also equal A by 2 because BE is equal to A by 2. Similarly, from C we have drawn two tangents. One is CG and the other is CF. If CG is equal to 3A by 2, CF will also equal 3A by 2. Similarly, from D we have drawn two tangents. If DG is equal to 3A by 2, DH will also equal 3A by 2. So the length of AD will equal 2A because that is 3A by 2 plus A by 2, and the length of CB is also equal to 2A. This is equal to A by 2 plus 3A by 2. So the overall perimeter of the trapezium will be equal to A plus 2A plus 3A plus 2A, which is equal to 8A, or 8A is equal to 8 centimeters. So the value of A is equal to 1 centimeter. Now that we know the value of A, we have to calculate the area of the trapezium. Just to not get confused, let us now ignore the circle. Let us draw this trapezium again. It looks something like this. These are two sides which are non-parallel. This is A, this is B, this is C and this is D. The length of AB is 1 centimeter. The length of CD is 3 centimeters. The length of BC is 2 centimeters. The length of AD is 2 centimeters. Now let us draw a perpendicular from A to CD. Similarly, let us draw a perpendicular from B to CD. Let them intersect CD at points E and F. AB will equal EF. So this is also going to equal 1 centimeter. The overall length of CD is 3 centimeters. So the length of DE, which will equal the length of CF, will be equal to 1 centimeter and 1 centimeter. Now if you are looking at the triangle AED, The hypotenuse is 2 centimeters, the base is 1 centimeter, so the height will be equal to square root of 3 centimeters. So now for this trapezium, we know the lengths of the parallel sides, they are 1 and 3, and we know the distance between them, that is equal to square root of 3. In any trapezium, if you know the lengths of the parallel sides and the distance between them, you can calculate the area. The area is going to equal half of the sum of the parallel sides into the height. In this particular case, that will be half into 1 plus 3 divided by 2. So half into 1 plus 3 into the height is square root of 3, or the area will be 2 into square root of 3 square centimeters. So the correct answer is option D. Let us look at the next question. Soumya Jain is saying, sir, is it advisable to practice previous year's questions before CAT 2017? I think you can prepare the quant of earlier questions also. Quant of pre-CAT 2017 will probably be beneficial. But looking at DI, LR probably will not be super useful. LR still might be useful, but data interpretation pre-2017 was of a different format. It involved a lot of actual data and solving them, which involve like approximations and all, which is normally not asked in CAT these days. Normally in CAT these days, you are asked logical puzzles. You are not asked simple calculations. So definitely go through the quant of pre-CAT 2017 if you have time, but probably you can ignore some parts of DLR. Swapnil Singh is saying Kraku mock test starts at 799. Yeah, the mock test without the video solutions. Starts at 799. One of the reasons we give it for so cheap is because we want thousands of students to attempt our mocks. Every day many students attempt our mocks, and Kraku mocks are one of the most taken mocks in the country. So that is one of the reasons for that, is because we price our mocks at a very low price, because we want as many students as possible to take our mocks. So if you are looking for a very good mock series, please do subscribe to the Kraku-CATs. If you are having any doubts or any queries, you can send us a mail at support@kraku.in. and we will get back to you. Pramesh is saying, I like that, I'm going to do it in BITS Pilani. Good for you, Pramesh. It's a very good institute. So I hope you do well. Ensure that you focus on your degree. Try to focus on your academics. Don't get distracted. You should also have a good social life, but academics, in my opinion, should always come first. This is a very interesting question. I really liked solving it. 8 people got it correct and 26 people got it wrong. So this is probably a slightly difficult question, but let us try to answer it. In this question, we are told that there is a parallelogram PQRS. QR is extended till point X. Point X and P are joined, and it intersects SR and QS at Y and Z respectively. PZ is 12 centimeters, ZY is 8 centimeters. Then what is the length of line segment PX? Let us first draw a parallelogram. Let us assume that this is PQRS. Let us assume that this is the parallelogram. This is P, this is Q, this is R, and this is S. QR is extended till point X. So let us extend QR. It will be something like this. And point X and P are joined. So X and P are joined over here like this. This is X. And it intersects SR and QS. So we have to even connect Q and S at points Y and Z. So SR it intersects at Y, and QS it intersects at Z. PZ is 12 centimeters, so this is 12, and zy is 8 centimeters, and this is 8. Then find the length of the line segment px. How are you going to solve it? The first thing to identify is that because these are the sides of a parallelogram, two alternate sides are parallel to each other. Now if you are looking at this point z and this point y, you should notice that there are some sides which are basic, there are some triangles which are similar. For example, if you are considering triangle PZQ and triangle PSZY, that is, this is one triangle and this is the other triangle. If you are considering these two triangles, you will notice that one angle is very clearly the same, because these are opposite angles. When two lines are intersecting, they will be the same. But if you are looking at angle SZY, that will be the same as angle ZPQ. Similarly, angle PQZ, this angle, is the same as angle YSQ, that is this angle. As all the three angles of two particular triangles are the same, these two triangles are similar to each other. So the ratio of their sides will also be the same. Or essentially what we are saying is that PZ divided by ZY will be equal to PQ divided by SY. If you are assuming that the length of PQ is, say, small a, PZ by ZY is known to us. This is equal to 12 by 8, or this is equal to 3 by 2. So the length of SY is equal to 2a by 3. What we are essentially saying is that this is equal to 2a by 3. Therefore, the length of YR will be equal to a by 3. Because the length of SR is equal to the length of PQ, and we know that SY is equal to 2a by 3, the length of YR will be equal to a by 3. Now again, if you look at two other triangles, if you are looking at SYZ, and the other triangle you are looking at is YRX, that is the triangle 2 and the triangle 3. Even these two are similar to each other. Again, why are they similar to each other? Angle Y is clearly the same, and angle let me clear some stuff out so that it is easy for me to explain. The other triangle will be YRX and SYP. That is, this triangle will be similar to this triangle. Because this angle will be the same as this angle. One angle will be the same because it is the opposite angles when two lines are intersecting, and this angle will be the same as this angle. We know that the length of PY is equal to 20 centimeters. Let us assume that the length of YX is equal to, say, P. Then because these two triangles are similar to each other, the length of SY divided by YR will be equal to 20 centimeters, which is the length of PY divided by the length of YX. SY by YR, we know that SY is 2a by 3 and YR is a by 3. So SY by YR is equal to 2. Therefore, the length of YX is equal to 20 by 2, which is equal to 10 centimeters. Or the length of PX will be equal to 20 centimeters plus 10 centimeters, which is equal to 30 centimeters. Just to make things simple and more clear, let me try to explain this again. Let us assume that this is the parallelogram PQRS. You have to look at the sides or the triangles which are similar to each other. This is P, Q, R S and X. Join P and X. Join Q and S. It intersects SQ at point Z. This is Z. And this is Y. The first set of triangles which are similar to each other will be PQZ, will be similar to SYZ. These two will be similar to each other because this angle will be the same as this angle and this angle will be the same as this angle, because PQ and SY are parallel lines. If you have a line which is intersecting both of them, these angles will be the same. And angle Z is obviously the same because they are opposite angles when two lines are intersecting. Once you know this, you will be able to calculate that because PZ is 12 and ZY is 8, if you assume that the length of PQ is A, you will infer that the length of SY is 2A by 3. Once you have calculated this, you will have to look at the other two triangles. One triangle is this, P, Y and S, and the other triangle is Y, X and R, this triangle. These two are also the same because again angle P over here will be the same as angle X over here, and angle R over here will be the same as angle S over here, and these two angles are again opposite angles when two lines are intersecting, so again they are the same. So SYP will be similar to YRX. Now we know that the length of PY is 20 centimeters. We need to calculate the length of YX, but we know that SY is 2A by 3 and YR is A by 3. So this ratio of 2 will be the same as the ratio of 20 by P, or the value of P will be equal to 10 centimeters. So the length of PX will be 20 plus 10, that is 30 centimeters. Now let us look at the next question. Okay guys, if you are liking this session, if you think that this is useful to you, please do like the stream. We have close to 135 likes. Before the stream ends, I want to at least get to 160 likes, and if possible I want to cross 200 likes because a lot of people are watching this. So I hope that it is actually beneficial to all of you. Lokesh Sachin is saying, is there a separate package for VARC alone? We do have separate packages for VARC, Quant and LRDI. Please do send a mail to support@kraku.in and we will get in touch with you. We have compiled the list of all the important formulas. If you are looking for one place in which you can download all the important formulas for CAT, we have just given the link. You can search for Kraku CAT formula PDF also. And you will be able to download all these important PDFs directly. They will be very beneficial for you. Meghna is saying, all the VARC is my strongest section. I am not able to score more than 30. I am an avid reader, but somehow I am not able to exploit my comprehension skills to the best of my abilities. One of the things that you should understand is, are you getting at least the top 2 answers correct? That is, if you are given a reading comprehension set, it is possible that you are coming close, but you are not getting the right answer. In general, when I am approaching a VARC set or when I am trying to solve a reading comprehension set, I always try to eliminate the options because that way my accuracy will be very good. If I look at a particular option, I try to figure out why that is wrong, and if I can justify that okay, this is wrong for this particular reason, then I am quite comfortable in actually selecting the right answer. So try to approach it that way, especially if you are an avid reader and if you are able to read this passage quite comfortably in quick time, then you will have more time to try to figure out why a particular option is correct and why the remaining 3 options are wrong. That way your accuracy will improve. And even if you are able to get the top 2 options and you are marking the wrong option, even that I think should not be something that you should beat yourself up for. Sometimes those kind of things happen, but even if you are able to eliminate 2 options comfortably with very good accuracy, you are definitely on the right track. Pratibha Sharma is saying, hello sir, what would your advice be for aspirant whose mathematics is considerably weak? What should be the focus areas? I'll come to that. Let me first answer this question and then I'll give an explanation for that. In this question, we are told that the area of triangle PQR is 75% more than the area of triangle ABR, and AR is 3 times the side QA. What is the value of the ratio of AB is to BP? Here we are told that AR is 3 times the length of QA. So let us assume that AR is 3A and QA will therefore be equal to A. We are told that area of triangle PQR is 75% more than the area of triangle ABR. So from B, let us draw a perpendicular to QR. Similarly, let us draw a perpendicular from P to QR. Both these will be parallel to each other because they are both perpendicular to the same line. Let us assume that the length of this point, say, is X and this is, say, Y. The length of BY is, say, H2 and the length of PX is, say, H1. What is the area of triangle PQR? This is equal to half into base into height. So that is equal to half into H1 into the base is 4A. What is the area of triangle ABR? That is again equal to half into base into height. So this is equal to half into H2 into 3A. We are told that area of triangle PQR is 1.75 times the area of triangle ABR, because area of triangle PQR is 75% more than the area of triangle ABR. So this would imply that half into H1 into 4A is equal to 1.75 is 7 by 4 into half into H2 into 3A. You can cancel half, you can cancel A. Therefore, 16 H1 is equal to 21 H2, or the value of H1 by H2 is equal to 21 by 16. What are we required to calculate? We are required to calculate the length of AB is to BP. So now let us look at triangles ABY and triangle APX. PX and BY are parallel to each other. We have one angle which is 90 degrees, which is the same. We have one angle A which is common to both the triangles, and this would imply, because they are parallel lines, that angle, the third angle, will obviously be the same. Why is it obviously the same? Because if you are looking at two triangles, if two angles are the same, the third angle also has to be the same, because the sum of angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. If two angles of two triangles are the same, the third angle will definitely be the same. So again, for many reasons, you can conclude that ABY and APX are similar to each other, and we know that the ratio of their sides is 21 by 16. Therefore, AB divided by AP, that is the length of the smaller side divided by the length of the larger side, is equal to 16 by 21. Let us assume that AB is equal to 16K and AP is equal to 21K. Therefore, the length of BP, which is the difference between AP and AB, will be equal to 5K. What we are required to calculate is AB divided by BP. So that will be equal to 16 by 5, which is equal to 3.2. So the correct answer is option D. Let us look at the next question. Arvind Prakash is saying, sir, these kind of live streams are really helpful. Please continue doing them for all the sections. As we have mentioned earlier, we have quant streams on Wednesdays, and we have LRDI and verbal streams on Saturdays. So please do subscribe to this channel and please click on the bell icon. And if you are liking these streams and if you are finding them useful, please do like the stream. We have more than 100 people who are watching the stream live. If you have just joined the stream, please do like it so that more people can come and watch the stream. Okay, Pratibha Sharma was asking advice for people who want to improve in maths. The first thing I would say is look at the previous papers for CAT 2017, 2018, 2019 and 2020. Look at all the slots. All the previous year's papers are actually available on the Kraku site. So download them. We have given good explanations and we have even put up the video solutions. We have the video solutions for all the quant questions on YouTube. So definitely look at them so that you get a sense of what are the kind of questions that are asked. Once that is done, try to solve questions on your own. Try to pick up a good place, a good source where you can attempt CAT level questions. You can definitely try our free mock and free sectional for quant so that you at least know where to start. And try to attempt them to the best of your ability. Even if you are not able to get a few questions correct, try to focus on accuracy because that is the only way in which you will improve your confidence. Download the formula PDF that I mentioned earlier. We have the Kraku formula PDF and try to revise them and understand where each of the formula is applied. If you understand the formulas and if you understand the application of these formulas, you will definitely be better prepared on the day of the examination. And remember the important topics for quant: algebra, arithmetic, geometry, very important topics and not very difficult topics. Another important topic which some people find it difficult is the modern maths concepts like functions. So try to pick it up. If you're not able to solve them, at least learn the basics and also learn topics like logarithms because you might get 1 or 2 questions from logarithms and logarithms is a very simple topic. So if you know the basics of logarithms, you will most likely get the question correct. So try to attempt these kind of topics and try to improve and clear the cutoff. Okay, let us try to answer this question. In this question, we are told that ABCD and EFGH are both squares. The length of side of ABCD is 6 centimeters. The length of the side of EFGH is 10 centimeters. H is the center of the square ABCD. We are required to calculate the area of the shaded region. The first thing to do is from H, which is the center of the square, draw a perpendicular to AB. Similarly, draw a perpendicular to BC. Let us assume that it meets the point AB at point P and it meets BC at the point Q. What is the length of HP? This will be 3 centimeters. Similarly, what is the length of HQ? This also will be 3 centimeters. If you assume that the angle over here, if say this point is R and this point is say S, if angle RHQ is equal to small x, what is the value of angle QHS? That will be 90 minus x. Because GHE is equal to 90 degrees, if one of them is equal to x, the other one will be equal to 90 minus x. This would imply that angle PHS will again be equal to x. Essentially what we are saying is that if you clear all of this up over here, and if you are drawing a perpendicular from H, this angle will be the same as this angle because the middle angle will be equal to 90 minus whatever these two angles are. We know that the length of HP is 3 centimeters, the length of HQ is also equal to 3 centimeters. We know that one angle is 90 degrees. So again, a similar concept to what we have discussed earlier. Here we know that one angle is 90 degrees in both the triangles. This is S and this is R. So if you are looking at triangle HQR and triangle HPS, there is one 90 degrees in both of them. There is one angle which is X in both of them. The other angle will therefore be the same, which is equal to 90 minus X, because you want the sum of all the three angles to be equal to 180 degrees. And you know that one of the sides is also the same. One of the sides is 3 centimeters. Therefore, HQR and HPS, both of them are congruent triangles. They are exactly the same. So the area of HQR will be the same as area of HPS. Why is this important? Because now if you are looking at the square HPBQ, we know that it is a square of side 3 centimeters. So the area of HQBP is equal to 9 centimeter square. So if you are now removing the triangle HPS but adding HQR, the overall area will not change because the area of HQR is the same as the area of HPS. So the area of the shaded region over here will equal 9 centimeter square. So the correct answer is option A. Let us look at the next question. Lalit Singhal is saying, sir, when will DashCat 10 analysis be made available? I think it will be made available later in the day today. Probably by around 10 PM it should be available. Okay guys, we have 148 likes. Try to make it 160 likes. We have 2 more questions. This is one question and we'll have one more question after this. Nikhil Singh is saying, hi sir, I'm not consistent with my preparation. How to resolve this issue? Few days I prepare very well, but again after some time my rhythm breaks. I'm very demotivated because of this, sir. Please guide me what to do. Normally what I would tell you is that if you're not able to stick to a schedule, it would mean that you don't want it enough. And there is not a lot that unfortunately anybody else can do. You will have to motivate yourself. You will have to ensure that you stick to a particular schedule. If you are not sticking to a particular schedule, it would just mean that you probably don't want whatever is the end goal. And that is fine. Because in general, if say you are really interested in say football, you will never miss a football game. It won't happen that you miss out on a football game and then tell your friends that I'm a big fan of a particular club. Or if say you are really interested in watching a cricket match, you will at least keep checking the score when the match is happening, even if you are busy with any particular meeting or work, or if you are traveling anywhere also. That would essentially tell you that you prioritize the game quite a lot. So if you are not able to find time, or if you are not able to motivate yourself to put in the effort, especially when there are just say 60 to 70 days, it would probably mean that you are not prioritizing it enough, and that is okay. But if you really want it, the least that I would expect is that you actually stick to the schedule, and it is not something that is very difficult. There are just 60 days left. It is a very important examination. If you want to do well in the examination, you will have to put in the effort. In triangle MNQ, we are told that MN is 15 centimeters and NQ is 14 centimeters. So let us assume that this is MNQ, this is M, this is N, this is M, this is N, and this is Q. MN is given to be equal to 15 centimeters. NQ is given to be equal to 14 centimeters. MN is extended to O. You extend NM to O. This is point O. And NQ is extended to point P. This is say P. This is P and this is O. Such that MP bisects the angle OMQ. Such that if you connect M to P over here, the angle M, the external angle, is bisected. QP is 7 centimeters. What is the length of QM? This is equal to how much? For this you need the external bisector theorem. Before we go into the external bisector theorem, let us first understand the internal bisector theorem. If you are given a triangle ABC, and you draw the angle bisector of angle A, and it meets BC at say D, the length of BD divided by DC is equal to the length of AB divided by the length of AC. This is the internal bisector theorem. If you are looking for the external bisector theorem, again let us draw a triangle ABC. Suppose this is the triangle ABC. This is A, this is B, and this is C. You extend A further out. You draw the angle bisector, it will come somewhere like this. And now you extend BC such that it meets the angle bisector at a different point. Let this point be equal to D. Now BD divided by CD is equal to BA divided by CA. So on some levels, the external bisector theorem and the internal bisector theorem are quite similar to each other. We just apply this in this particular question. Let us assume that the length of QM is equal to X. What is the length of PN? This whole length will be 14 plus 7, which is equal to 21 centimeters. The length of PQ is 7 centimeters. So NP divided by QP is equal to NM divided by QM. NP is 21, QP is 7, NM is 15. 21 by 7 is 3, 15 divided by 3 is 5. So the length of QM is equal to 5 centimeters. So the correct answer is option B. Let us look at the next question. This is the last question for today. We are starting a 2-month crash course for CAT. That I think is the best way in which you can utilize the remaining 2 months. If you are feeling confused, if you don't know where to start, definitely do enroll to the 2-month crash course. Many people tell me that or many people ask me that if I take this course, am I going to get 99 percentile? I normally don't want to answer those kind of questions, but what I can assure you is that wherever you are right now, whatever your percentile is right now, if you definitely take the 2-month crash course, and if you put in the effort, if you follow it, if you stick to the schedule, your percentile will definitely improve significantly. Wherever you are now and where you will be 2 months from now, there will be a definite improvement. So if you are confused, if you are not sure what is the best thing to do or what is the best way in which you can utilize the remaining time, definitely do consider enrolling to the 2-month crash course for CAT. All the details about this course are available in the description. We have just put a link. And if you need any more details, you can always send a mail to support@kraku.in. Ajay Kumar is saying, hello sir, do we get live classes in the 2-month crash course? Normally we don't have a lot of live classes. I will conduct these kind of YouTube streams more regularly, but we do provide very good recorded sessions, because we feel that if we give any particular time, somebody might have work, somebody might have some other assignment or some other appointment. But when you are looking at videos which are recorded, you can watch them at any time of your choice. So that flexibility will be available to you. You can do check it out. If you like it or if you have any doubts, please do send us a mail to support@kraku.in. Senior Sahitya is saying, how can BD be constant in the external bisector theorem? Let me quickly explain it again. Let us assume that this is the triangle ABC. Extend angle A further up and then draw the bisector. If you draw the bisector, it will continue going like this. Now you extend BC. It is going to intersect the external bisector at some point. This is A, this is B, this is C, and there will be a point over here where the two lines intersect. This is D. So BD has to be a constant. It will be some constant which is dependent on the angle A, the length AB, the length AC. Essentially what we are saying is that BD divided by CD is equal to BA divided by CA. That is the external angle bisector theorem. Okay guys, let us try to answer this question. In this question we are told that ABC is a right angle triangle. It is an isosceles triangle. So the two sides, non-hypotenuse sides, are 24 centimeters and 24 centimeters. So the length of BC, this will be equal to 24 root 2 centimeters. Now we are told that it is cut into three parts of equal area. As the vertex is the same, the vertex A, and if area of ABD is equal to area of ADE is equal to area of ACE, it would imply that BD is equal to 8 root 2, DE is equal to 8 root 2, and CE is equal to 8 root 2. What we are required to calculate is the sum of the perimeters of the 6 triangles. ABC, the perimeter of ABC is easy to calculate. That is 24 plus 24 plus 24 root 2, which is equal to 48 plus 24 root 2. This is ABC. ABD is not easy to calculate because we don't know the length of AD. So how are you going to calculate the length of AD? To do that, let us first draw the triangle ABC again. This is ABC. Now from A, join the midpoint of BC. This will be a right angle because this is an isosceles triangle. This is 24, this is 24. We know that the hypotenuse is 24 root 2, but because this is the midpoint, this will be 12 root 2 and this will be 12 root 2. This is A, this is B, this is C. Let this point be equal to F. We have D over here and the length of BD is equal to 8 root 2. So what is the length of DF? That will be equal to 4 root 2. What is the length of AF? The length of AF will be equal to 12 root 2. Why is it equal to 12 root 2? Because in any right angle triangle, the midpoint of the hypotenuse is the circumradius of the right angle. If this is a right angle triangle and if this is the midpoint O, that is the circumcenter of the right angle triangle. So the length of all of these three will be the same. If this is say A, this is say B, and this is say C, the midpoint of the hypotenuse is the circumcenter. So it is equidistant from all the three vertices. So that will be equal. In this particular case, this is 12 root 2, this is 12 root 2. So this also will equal 12 root 2. Now we can calculate the length of AD. Because we have 12 root 2 as one side, 4 root 2 as the other side, and AD is the hypotenuse. So the length of AD is equal to square root of 12 root 2 whole square, that is 288, plus 4 root 2 whole square, that is equal to 32. So this is equal to square root of 320, which is equal to 8 square root of 5. Or the length of AD is 8 square root of 5. Similarly, the length of AE will also equal 8 square root of 5. Now let us try to calculate the perimeter of all of these triangles. ABC is equal to 48 plus 24 root 2. We have already identified it. ABD is equal to 24 plus 8 root 2 plus 8 root 5. Similarly, AEC will also equal 24 plus 8 root 2 plus 8 root 5. ADE is equal to 16 root 5 plus 8 root 2, and BAE is equal to 24 plus 16 root 2 plus 8 root 5. This is the same as CAD. This also will equal 24 plus 16 root 2 plus 8 root 5. So the overall sum, if you are looking at it, will have a constant term, will have a term which has square root of 2, and it will have a term which is square root of 5. So the sum if you're looking at the constant term, will be 24 plus 24, that is 48, plus 24 plus 24 is another 48, plus 48 is 144, plus the square root of 2 term is 24 plus 16 is equal to 40, plus 8 is 48, 48 plus 32 is 80, plus 80 square root of 2, plus the square root of 5 term will be 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 16 is 32, plus 16 is 48. This is the sum of the perimeter of all the 6 triangles put together. That's it for today. If you have any doubts, you can always message me. You can leave a comment below the stream. If you are looking for good mocks, please do enroll to the Kraku mocks. If you are looking for a good crash course, a complete course, please do enroll to the 2-month crash course for CAT. That's it for today. I hope this session was helpful to you.